PHARRCAST episode 22.
Winter Wonderland happening in downtown Pharr December 6th. It's going to be a great event. And joining us, international pop Latin artists joining us in the great city of Pharr, PEEWEE.
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Man, I'm really excited. You have no idea. Just listening to that intro was amazing. And I'm really excited to be part of this great event that I know that has always been very successful throughout the years. And
it's been growing a lot, that's for sure.
Yes. So, I mean, just performing here in the Valley for me has always been something very special that I love and enjoy.
I forgot to say, Valley native, international pop.
There you go.
Latin
That
artist.
sounds better.
I miss the Valley native. Yeah, you're from the Valley.
Yes, I am. I'm proud of it. Yes.
La Jolla, am I right?
I went to school in La Jolla, yeah. Back then, there wasn't so many separation of areas, I guess, if you would. So I was raised on Moorfield, ahí en la 5, en la 5 Mile Line, donde están todos los taquitos.
Ay, qué rico. Ya me dio hambre.
Yeah, I was raised there. So we still pertain to La Jolla, but like, for example, I think it's inspiration.
It's mission.
Yeah, it's mission.
Right.
So it was that, esa era la repartición de las zonas, no? So,
right.
Yeah, I was raised in that area and went to school in Memorial Middle School, which is where I kind of got discovered, and then went to La Jolla. So,
I know.
Yeah, very proud.
I mean, I know that you're young, but you started, I believe you were like 12 or 13 when your career started.
Yes. I
was...
eras
un niño, eras un PEEWEE.
That is correct. Así es. Era un PEEWEE. Por eso me nombraron. De hecho, porque for all, the community here in the Valley, pues y'all know that I started with Cumbia Kings when I was 12, 13 years old. And they were already much, much older than I was. So,
right.
Pues PEEWEE is like,
el
chiquito de la banda, no? And it stuck. So,
and then 2008, you go solo.
Yes, 2008, I go solo, and I started doing a whole bunch of different things that I'd never done in my career until that point. Reality shows, telenovelas.
I know.
Yeah.
I think you were in Mexico City, living there for a couple of years too, right?
Yes. In the beginning, when I did the reality show donde estuvo Gloria, Kalimba.
No, it's a lot of talent.
Sí, no, y esa competencia, la verdad, yo creo que
what was
sin
the name
duda,
of that reality show again?
El Show de los Sueños.
El Show de los Sueños. You've done a lot of projects.
Yes.
And, it takes a skill set, to be just adapting to all these different projects. But coming back to the Valley, being a Valley native, performing in the Valley, like a city like Pharr, right? It feels different, right? It's got to feel different than performing,
it feels,
in other cities, because this is your old stomping grounds, right?
No doubt. And I always get asked, hey, when are you going to be performing here in the Valley?
Okay,
you never come to the Valley.
This is the time for you to invite them to Winter Wonderland December 6th.
Yes. December 6th, guys. You cannot miss a show. We really put a lot of heart, mind, soul, and effort into the production of this show. It's a great, fun, dynamic show. Aparece Spiro Gonzalez. It's really fun, and I'm sure everybody's gonna enjoy it on this special day for the city of Pharr on December 6th. You guys cannot miss it.
Yeah, and it's a free event.
Yes.
It's we'll kick off with the lighting of the Christmas tree. I think I saw you downtown scoping around.
Yes, of course.
That giant Christmas tree. That's the tradition, right? We kick off the lighting of the Christmas tree, and then people stay behind for all these amazing Christmas activities.
Right.
And then, of course, you're part of the live music entertainment rundown this year. Without giving too much details, what can people expect from your performance, PEEWEE?
Well, a lot of jumping around, a lot of dancing, a lot of... I've always been very spontaneous on stage. I don't know. I don't like to be... Like, I do choreography, in certain parts of the show, but I like to be free, It's a great show. I included, basically, diferentes etapas de mi carrera.
Okay,
we did music from the beginning of my career, like the classics, Mi Dulce Niña, Chiquilla, Sabes a Chocolate. I think that if I go on stage and I don't sing those songs, they will literally throw bottles at me.
Yeah.
So those have become part of...
Those are classics.
And you know what? It's an honor, and I feel very proud to say that those songs were generated in a time where there wasn't social media, there wasn't TikTok, there wasn't Instagram.
We're that old, PEEWEE.
Yes, we're that old. and it feels so awesome to be able to feel like what we did and what I created with the talent that I had, coming from the Valley, representing the Valley internationally since 2003. It fills me like with a lot of joy to say that they're part of our culture. Like those songs are part of our culture, and I say it with my heart and humbly. Like I never realized at that age what we had created and
or the impact it was going to have, right?
It was going to have, because till today, sometimes, like I see younger crowds that are not part of our generation that are like, oh, that's PEEWEE. I'm like, how old are you? Oh, I'm 19. I'm 18. I'm like, how do you know about me? Like you're like a generation, and they're like, no, you're the guy that sings Mi Dulce Niña and Sábado de Chocolate. Yeah, exactly. Right. So it feels great, and I'm so honored to be part of our community the way that I've been, for the past couple of years.
And the Valley will take you under their wing, you know, because again, you're a Valley native, and you've been around for such a long time, right? PEEWEE, we were just having this conversation, before we started the podcast, but the Valley has really placed music on the map. You've seen this evolution of norteño has always been a very popular genre, even since we were kids or growing up, or when you were growing up, right?
Yes.
But what we are seeing now, right? More international bands or pop artists, even English speaking artists trying to do collaborations with norteño bands. What's your take on that?
Man, you have no idea how proud I feel, because I feel like I've been part of that movement since many, many, many years ago. Right. And to see talent from the Valley be in a position that they are right now, like Grupo Frontera, for example,
dominating the
Jesus Christ,
charts, right?
Even like saying it and talking about it fills my heart with joy right now, because it's amazing to be part of that movement, and to have been part of the beginning of pushing that movement so much back then. And to see the kind of success that they're having is just awesome. And I'm super proud. I've always said that the Valley has talent and a lot of it, and it's right now, again.
Está en su momento el Valle. Está en su momento, claro.
Por supuesto,
Oye,
totalmente.
PEEWEE, vamos a hacer la transición a español también para invitar a mis tías.
Claro que
el
sí.
El 6 de diciembre estarás en el centro de la ciudad en un evento tan importante, el evento de Navidad, y uno de los eventos más grandes que se lleva a cabo aquí en la ciudad, para que invites a todos tus fanáticos.
Claro que sí.
Te van a venir a ver de también aquí, de Tamaulipas, de Nuevo León, que estamos tan cerca de la
Así
frontera.
Es, ¿no? A todos, obviamente es un evento que está llevándose a cabo en la ciudad de Pharr, pero pues queremos invitar a todos los del Valle, aquí desde Matamoros hasta Río Grande, Roma, Zapata, o sea, cáiganle. La verdad es que es un gran evento. No me había tocado cantar, esta es la primera vez, entonces estoy muy emocionado de estar y formar parte de este gran evento con la ciudad de Pharr. No se lo pueden perder, es un evento totalmente familiar, así que la abuelita, el abuelito, la tía, el tío, toda la familia, cáiganle el 6 de diciembre, que vamos a bailar, cantar y gozar y pasar un muy buen rato.
Oye, y rapidito, PEEWEE, también te quiero preguntar, en el último festival que se llevó a cabo aquí en la ciudad de Pharr fue el Festival del Aguacate, The Avocado Fest, y nos acompañó La Casetera, que son de Monterrey, y wow, I mean, these guys are so talented, man.
They're amazing.
And I saw you performing with them. You guys have done some collaborations. How was that?
Yes, actually, since before they got to the level and position that they're at right now, some family members all the way from Washington would be like, hey, do you know who Yuli Flores is? Do you know La Casetera? Yuli Flores, the daughter of the singer of Los Mier, I believe.
Right.
She's awesome, and they're going to be coming out. So I started looking into them. And when I started seeing the kind of, energy and vibe they had, it's like,
Yes.
dude, these guys are going to get there.
Yes.
I believe in them. And when they
Yes.
invited me last year, actually, to be part of their medley that they do of my songs, Chiquilla, Mi Dulce Niña, and Chocolate, I was like...
Yeah, they sing those.
I was like, when?
Yeah,
I'm there.
They
You know?
sing those your songs. They
Yes.
sing 3 of them back to back in
Yeah.
most of their performances. So
They
what
do.
better way to join?
Yeah, they
have
do,
you
and
join.
I believe that we're gonna be doing a lot of things in the near future together because we recorded a song that I've had for many years that I wrote with my friend America. For those of you guys that might not know her, she wrote Cinco Minutos for Gloria Trevi, the Te doy cinco minutos.
Right.
And the latest release of Alejandro Fernandez is also one of her songs. So I'm super excited and happy for what
So
she's doing.
you've been keeping that song under the pillow, just hold and waiting for the right talent or the right collaboration.
Yes, fíjate que
Wow.
I've always said the songs will find their destiny.
We're getting some exclusive
Yes,
insight here
yes.
that there might be a little collaboration in the works with you and La Casetera.
Yes, no, it's not a might. It's a for
Oh,
sure thing.
okay.
We already recorded it, so
We might have
it's-
to have that, soon here in the city of Pharr, collaboration, La Casetera and PEEWEE.
Ooh, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
So
Yeah.
I don't want to jinx it, but you heard it here first. We're also in the works to have La Casetera for our New Year's Eve ball drop.
Ooh,
so
nice.
we're cooking that up. We're cooking that up, and
That's
we really
awesome.
hope that happens. So hey, maybe you can join us.
I'd be more than happy to join you
that'd
guys,
be
especially
awesome.
because there's already a vibe with us, with La Casetera, where we've been performing a lot together lately. So I was just with them in Mérida because I got invited also by the people that run that event. And it's always a great vibe. It's always a great energy.
Yeah.
And I know that we're going to do things together soon because
Well, good.
that, and I'm not maybe supposed to be saying this, but they're going to be releasing 2 albums de canciones inéditas.
Oh wow.
Which I think they've already announced, but they're basically finishing the production because
Right.
it's 2 albums, and in the second album is where our song is gonna come out.
That's
so.
awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at you, man. Look at
Yeah.
you doing all these great projects. Do you see yourself, yes, collaborating with La Casetera, but other artists right now, perhaps in the norteño format? Or
Most definitely, and I know where you're going with that.
No,
and,
no,
and
I'm going nowhere. I'm going nowhere.
I know where you're going. I know where you're going with that
I did
because
not prep questions.
I get it every single time I connect to my TikTok. Because right now I've been doing a lot of TikTok live. Last night I connected for almost 2 hours, and it's amazing to connect with the people that way because TikTok has given me something very interesting. That's kind of like people run into my lives and they're like, "Oh my God, is that PEEWEE? I can't believe he's on this and this and that." Like that's been happening a lot. And the first thing they tell me is like, "You're from the Valley. You should do a collaboration with Grupo Frontera." I'm like, "Oh my God, it would be amazing. I'd be really happy to make that happen." And we have a couple of songs that I've been writing because we've been doing a lot of writing camps lately for music that's coming out next year. We have 2 really good songs right now that I'm releasing on my own. Which is something that I've been, dreaming of for a while because I haven't released new music in a while. So we're working on that.
And that's a challenge, right? I mean, I think
is.
as an artist, right, like the evolution, I mean, you just see, look at Shakira, right? Like the evolution, just kind of like the wave of what's trending, what's happening, what's selling, right?
So we always have to be careful with that because and I feel that everybody that's done that transition into what's popping right now has done an amazing job of not losing their touch, their style. Yes, maybe you can change the music a little bit, but your interpretation is the same, and that's something that that I've always tried to conserve in the way I interpret.
Music.
Songs, yeah, my music. So yes, we're tapping into what's going on and what's popular right now in the music, but without trying to lose, my essence, which is very important. And
Right.
I think it is very important in us as singers and performers to not lose that. I was seeing the Elvis Presley documentary a few days ago, and that's something that one of the persons that was part of the record label at the time, I guess in those times, had mentioned, like, Elvis did rock, Elvis did Christmas songs, Elvis did, you know, like ballads, Elvis.
So
but
much.
Everybody knew that it was him.
Nunca perdió
all
su
those, in all those
identidad.
styles.
O sea,
Yeah.
tú quieres explorar otros proyectos,
Sí.
pero no perder la esencia de PEEWEE, ¿no?
Sí, así es. Y fíjate que ahorita que está muy, muy fuerte todo lo norteño, siempre se me pregunta, oye, ¿tú harías algo de eso? Pero claro que sí, o sea, porque con eso crecí. O sea, mi papá, yo, claro.
A ver, Andy, tráete las botas y sombrero que le preparamos a PEEWEE.
Ahorita me las pongo. No,
No es
de
cierto,
hecho,
no es
de
cierto.
hecho sí, ya verán, este próximo año van a ver una evolución de mi carrera ya como cantante, pero por supuesto que lo haría porque con eso crecí, o sea,
Claro.
norteño, country, R&B. O sea,
Exactamente.
B104 era, o sea, I would listen to that all the time and listen to English stuff, and I loved that. And I actually learned how to sing by imitating, Boyz II Men, Casey and JoJo, Brian McKnight.
Todas las canciones de Midnight Magic, PEEWEE.
Midnight Magic here in Pharr.
You're too young, guys, to understand what Midnight Magic, the sexy romantic shout-outs at night.
You guys want to send a shout-out to your loved one or girlfriend, send us a shout-out here at
And
B104.
PEEWEE trying to imitate that voice.
Hey, the first job I had as a solo artist was actually a reality show that I was but I was the main guy there that would run kind of like the show, you know.
Sí, como el productor tipo.
No.
Bueno. Después
Bueno,
se nos viene
ya me entenderán. You understand. Because it was a show that MTV3 did.
Okay.
And pues it was called Busta Ritmo. Go check it out if you guys want to laugh and make fun of me because I was not that good at it. But it was my first job as a solo artist. Anyways, going back to it, I listened to everything growing up. You know, my dad me ponía canciones, obviamente, siendo aquí del Valle de Ramón Ayala.
No puede faltar, tragos de amargo licor.
De hecho, esa canción en particular, hay una foto de mí, la de Tragos de Amargo Licor. Hay una foto de mí con mis botitas, con mi camisetita.
Por eso te digo, ya lo traes,
todo.
Al rato va a salir.
Cantando, porque cada vez que había un evento familiar, ya sea una quinceañera, una boda, siempre de que Irving, súbete a cantar la de Tragos de Amargos. Y yo,
ponían a cantar.
Yo quiero jugar touch,
Sí,
yo no quiero, yo quiero andar corriendo, ¿no? Pero me subía, my tío would bribe me, he's like, hey, te doy $1. Y yo, pues que sean 2. They would bribe me. He's like, te doy $1. I'm like, okay. But I was always very, very shy. And to be honest with you, I don't even know how I did what I did when I was so young because one of my first performances was here in La Villarreal, which is now Harley Davidson. The Villarreal, I guess it was called the Convention Center.
Yeah, we grew up seeing those commercials, right?
Bueno, so las primeras veces que uno de mis primeros escenarios que pisé fue allí en el Villarreal y era, o sea, it was packed, you know, and I had never performed and I was like so nervous. I remember I was hopping around like a frog, like everywhere.
This was you now being alone on a stage, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of other elements, but you started with a group, right? More people that kind of fill the stage, and now it's like, okay, let me figure out what I do.
Exactly. Right? So I don't know. It's been a crazy journey. I've enjoyed. There's been ups and downs, of course, like any profession. You know, hay altos y bajos, but I feel happy with everything that's been happening.
But who hasn't had the downs, right?
Yes.
I mean, who hasn't been in tough situations?
Yes, and in those tough situations, you gotta just stay positive. Surround yourself with positive people. That have good energy, that want the best for you,
right?
And keep pushing forward because. There's always gonna be good times as well.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Once again, we can't wait to see your performance, December 6th, downtown Pharr.
Invitándolos a todos este 6 de diciembre. No se lo pueden perder. De verdad es un gran espectáculo, es un gran show. Y como les hemos comentado, es un evento totalmente gratuito para toda la gente de aquí del Valle de Texas. Vengan a la ciudad de Pharr este 6 de diciembre para disfrutar de esta gran noche. y este gran espectáculo que les tenemos preparados.
Well, there you go. Pee-wee in the house.
Hey, my Spanish got better, huh?
You're improving. You're improving.
Yes.
We'll see you in downtown Pharr, December 6th. We can't wait to have you, Pee-wee.
Most
Best
definitely.
of luck.
Thank you guys so
and
much.
This is your house whenever you just want to stop by and have coffee here.
Thank you guys so much. Happy holidays to everybody. Que la pasen bonito aquí en el Valle y de donde nos vean. Happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's.